was like the cheering.
And I remember doing that in the winter on a window in the car. Is that what you're referring to?
No, it's like when you're doing something really cool, like you make a cool basketball shot in your driveway, and you got the crowd goes wild.
I never made that sound. Not one. Do you think that's? Did you really think that at a stadium, let's just say like Michael Jordan making the game-winning shot? Do you think that that's the noise that everyone makes in the crowd?
I would hope so. It kind of sounds like it from like a long way.
It'd be so scary. I would actually be scared if that happened.
If everybody was like breathing like that all at the same time,
it'd be different. It'd be different, you know. Yeah. I feel like I'd be in one of those flash groups, but I was the only one not aware of what was going on.
A flash mob? Have you ever seen a flash mob?
It's on my bucket list. It's a top mob? 5. It's top 5. Yeah.
Just hanging out at malls, hoping something from 2010 resurfaces.
Wait, dude. Hey, man. Classics always come back. So
yeah, I hope.
I'm kind of surprised they went away with like all the TikTok dances and shit. You know, you feel like kids would, be a little bit more involved doing that stuff. COVID
ruined the flash mob in the Harlem Shake. It could have been something, man. It could have been huge.
Bring back flash mobs.
Hashtag bring back flash mobs.
Yeah, dude. I would love to see one. Seriously.
Yeah. It would be cool.
I had a bad day today, Michael.
What happened?
I broke a duck.
Pardon me? What? You broke a duck?
Yeah, I broke my duck.
I got a little... Your duck?
Yeah, my duck. Yeah.
What duck are we talking about?
I got a little plastic duck that my girlfriend got me, and I leave it on like the little coffee stand, and I was filling up the Nespresso with the Brita water because I'm not going to use sink water, of course, and I accidentally knocked the duck over, and it's cracked. Well, not shattered, but it's in like 3... So, are you good with super glue? Have you ever had to glue something back together?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I love all things glue.
This seems like
wood glue,
the next level of glue, Legos.
Huffing glue, it's the best.
Huffing while sniffing.
It's the best. You get a little dizzy, a little lightheaded. It's fun.
What's the hardest thing you've ever had to glue back together?
Oh, geez. I've done some crazy wood glue scenarios. The hardest one was ceramic, like good china plates.
Mm-hmm. You broke a plate?
No. They were like chipped. So I had to buy ceramic wood glue or like a ceramic glue. And it was tough. It was hard. I kind of did it. I mean, it doesn't look brand new, but it doesn't look like shit anymore.
Have you ever been in a circumstance where you accidentally broke something and had to glue it back together?
If I broke it, it was my fault. And I was just trying to fix it. So kind of?
No, like there's never been a situation like you and your brother playing in the house, playing some football. Mom tells you to stop it. You're going to break something. And then, bam, you knock over the vase. But you don't want Mom to find out. So you try to glue it back together before she comes home.
No, not that I can recall.
Huh.
Never been in a situation like that. Which I guess is probably good. Why? So are you trying to hide this? Are you trying to fix it and like polish it up? And
well, I definitely can't throw it away if that's what you're asking.
No, I'm not saying throw it away. You should look into the what is it? There's a Japanese style of art that involves.
Oh yeah, but that's like a million pieces. This is like 3 or 4. This is more like putting together Chucky. Remember Bride of Chucky when she sews them back together?
I've never seen that. I think I've only seen parts of the second one. It's like
it's not the second. It's like the 4th.
Bride of Chucky's the 4th.
Yeah,
I just remember his girlfriend turns into a doll. Like she wants.
Yeah,
to
Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah. The mom from Liar Liar.
Liar Liar. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's good. It's probably only in like 4 or 5 pieces right now. So it's not.
So it did shatter.
Well, shatter is a strong word. Because when I hear shatter, I think like double-digit pieces here.
Oh, no. Shattering is 4+.
4+?
Yeah.
Because split is 2.
Yep.
What would 3 be?
Cracked is still 1. Split is 2. Broken is 3. Shattered is 4+. Disintegrated is like 15+.
I think shattered's a pretty strong word for 4.
Yeah. It's bordering. It's borderline shatter.
I think broken is 4.
Is this a glass duck?
It's ceramic, I think.
It's a ceramic duck?
I think so. It's not glass.
Huh. You put it, I mean, it doesn't sound like it was in the safest spot.
Well, no, it's on a coffee table. You know, it's a little, God, what do the girls call them? It's a little tchotchke.
A tchotchke? Do you know what a tchotchke is?
Yeah, it's just like a thing that you have around. Just like a little...
Oh, that's I thought you were calling the coffee table a tchotchke. I was like,
no.
I don't think that's the word for
it. Tchotchkes are just knickknacks.
Yeah, knickknacks.
Knickknacks. Yeah.
Yeah. You can glue it. Just get some super glue. But don't super glue it all together at the same time. Do one piece at a time. Super glue. If you have a Dremel, like a polishing Dremel, that'll help get the rest of the spillage off of it, right? So you can make a good bond, and then polish it, and then do the next one, and so on and so forth to rebuild it. Because if you
found all the pieces, and at least the beak didn't break. That's what I was scared of. What? I said it was like 4 pieces.
If you had to look for pieces, though, I would consider that a shatter.
No, it just it's splattered. No, because it didn't even.
The splatter is a water thing.
Yeah,
splattering.
No, because you can jump off of a building and land on the sidewalk. That's still splat.
Yeah, that's a splat.
There's no pool involved.
Just imagine a cop showed up. Yeah, this guy jumped and he shattered. Shattered? Yeah, it's like when you fall and he's in 3 pieces. So he only
fucking
split,
Humpty Dumpty.
No, the guy shattered. No, I think
shattered.
It's splattered. No, he's in more than 4 pieces. That's a shatter situation.
You say GIF, I say GIF.
Potato.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of tomatoes, there's this new. This is an awesome show. I just started watching it on Netflix. It's called "This Is a Gardening Show," and it's Zach Galifianakis talking about gardening, and it is the funniest, most relaxing show to watch. And it's like truly interesting because he does teach you about gardening, but
doesn't he live in like South Carolina and he like has a farm?
He does, yeah. But this one he like travels. He's like gone up into parts of Canada to learn how to forage for certain foods. He went to these folks in Seattle or something like that about tomato farms. It's super interesting, but it's also fucking hilarious at the same time.
This show is about farming?
This is a gardening show.
Oh, this is a gardening show.
Yeah. And they're like 15-minute episodes, 20-minute episodes. Okay. Fucking hilarious. Yeah. I just started watching it last night, and I was dying laughing about some.
What'd you learn about tomato farms?
There are a couple of different types of tomatoes, and you want to water them from the bottom. You don't want to pour water in on the top. What you want to do is like get a trough and dunk the water or dunk the tomato into the trough. So then the water absorbs from the bottom up, because then otherwise if you pour the water on the top of the dirt, it compresses it.
Really?
And then once a tomato grows to a certain height, you actually want to bury the whole thing. So only like a couple leaves are sticking out, and that'll create more roots. So you got a stronger root system.
But you bury the plant or you bury the tomatoes?
You bury the plant.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then you get a stronger root system, which leads to better tomatoes. But
after you harvest the tomatoes, you do that?
No, this is before. This is while it's still growing, before it flowers.
Okay, and once you see the flowers, and you take it out of the dirt.
No, you still leave it in the dirt, and then you just set up like the lattice system for the vines to grow all the way up, and then you'll get healthier, bigger tomatoes.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, super interesting. So educational.
Wow.
Yeah.
My dad
is agrarian.
So just bending trees. So my dad always told me that one of his uncles had a big fig tree in the backyard, and every winter, because if you kept it just up during the winter, it would just die because it's not supposed to survive winters.
Yeah.
So you got to bend it and bury it every fucking winter. And I just thought it'd be funny to picture people bending fucking trees, but for like it's not going to snap. What are you talking about?
And then it slingshots you.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't bury it far enough. I said 3 feet. Damn it!
Hits you right in the face.
Yeah. Fucking the dog sniffing around, and all of a sudden it's in the neighbor's next yard.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. Yeah, gardening, very interesting. I was never really into it, but then once we started like growing food, like last year, I went crazy with the corn. I was checking it every day. I was a total corn farmer out there. Yeah, dude. Now we got
how much
like
attention
parsley,
does corn
cilantro, potatoes. We're growing sweet and red potatoes. What else? We got some tomato plants going.
Jesus.
My wife doesn't eat tomatoes, so I'm gonna use them or give them to you. You'll use them.
I'll make a sauce.
Yeah, there you go. I'll just make Pat's tomatoes.
How much attention does corn need, Michael?
So we ran into a pollination issue last year.
Okay.
So we had 6-7 stalks going in like gallon buckets type of thing. But they didn't, we either planted them too early or too late because like we had corn, but it was like undeveloped corn. Oh. And we didn't harvest we didn't like take them down and look at it until like October. So most of the squirrels and shit got to it, but you could tell that they just weren't pollinated properly.
It wasn't knee high by the 4th of July.
It was knee high by the 4th of July. That's why I was really excited about it. You know, I'd go out there and I'd check the dirt, make sure that it's still, damp or whatever, looking at the leaves and stuff. And they got 4 foot, I think. But then, once we opened up like the actual corn, you could tell it wasn't pollinated properly.
No bueno.
Potatoes did pretty good. We got 2 out of those, which we just propagated to grow more potatoes this year. Okay.
Anything new this year?
Sweet potatoes. That's new. We grew red potatoes last year. So we're doing sweet potatoes. But then we're going to do, I think we have peppers, cilantro, parsley, peppermint.
I would love a garden someday.
Yeah. Yeah. Patio garden works great.
Someday.
The whole thing out there is just all gardening.
I'm a little embarrassed to say that it took me this long to buy a cast iron skillet. There, I said it.
It's never too late to buy a cast iron.
Yeah,
start too
that's
late.
the only thing I've used since I've gotten it.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, you can do so much with it.
It's perfect.
You just got to be careful with the heat dispersion.
What do you mean?
Because like what I like to do with cast irons is like put it on a medium high heat, like a 5 or a 7.
Oh, I blast that fucker.
But then once
I
is
turn
hot,
it down.
Oh yeah, then you drop it way down to like a 2,
Yeah.
and then it's a nice hot pan, and it stays hot.
Mm-hmm.
So
really hot. I forgot.
Really hot. Yeah, it's easy to burn. It's easy to burn stuff. That's for sure.
I grabbed the fucking handle like an idiot.
Pat.
I know. I forgot the handle was attached.
It's 2026. These can't be hot anymore, right?
Yeah. We got AI. Fucking cars can drive
now. Themselves.
Fucking what do you mean you can't figure out a cast iron handle to stay cold?
What's your thoughts on AI? Like in general.
Oh.
Like full like scope of what AI is.
I mean, it's not going anywhere. I guess we have to get that out of the monkeys out of the bottle.
Do you think it's a long-term applicable solution to mundane tasks?
Eventually. I mean, this is the start. Think about how fast it's... Dude, think about how... Okay, just take the car, for example, right?
Yeah.
Look at Model Ts, and then take whatever Model T's invented, like 1914, whatever. We'll just say that. And then look at cars in like 1920. There's really not a lot that's changed. But like, look at how far it's come in like 100 years. I mean, AI is just evolved so much in just like 2-3 years where, I mean, who really knows what it's going to be? And it's going to be like the new Internet of Things. So like your whole house is going to be AI. It's going to be smartphone. You know, it's going to be like the Smart House movie.
Yeah.
It's just going to be integrated in everything eventually.
Do you think that this is going to bite us in the ass?
In some ways, I think that, I mean, it's definitely going to make, I mean, who knows what the fuck's going to happen, but I think that we're going to look back at the days without AI and technology and be like, man, those were really the good old days. The way that like people look back at like who are old enough to know like the 70s, 80s, 90s, you know, before shit really started getting weird with the .com and internet. I think this is just the internet's younger, stronger, better brother.
Sure.
You know, because it's just like it's going to change the world in a whole different way that we've never thought about. And it's just going to improve lives in some way. It's going to take away jobs. People are going to be like, you actually used to have to do that. Yeah, it's going to take away certain jobs. It's also going to create jobs. It's going to change a lot.
Do you ever like hear of AI being applied to something and then get vibes that this will inevitably be like a Skynet Terminator thing? Do you think that there's any danger to humanity with the application of AI?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because for a number of stories that I've heard, and again, I haven't fact checked any of these, but I've heard of all.
Oh yeah. Here's where the disclaimer comes in. Everything about this podcast is all hearsay and speculative and is not really based in strong nuggets.
I'm not going to source anything. Okay.
I would not use this podcast as a reference point.
And some things might be true. I'm not saying everything's wrong, but I'm just saying I'm not going to cite sources.
Right.
Anyways, so some things that I have heard is that, well, first and foremost, AI writes itself now. And ChatGPT 4 knew that it was coming, that ChatGPT 5 was coming. So first that it actually like left itself little Easter eggs that like, hey, you were ChatGPT 4 before you ChatGPT 5. Like it, you know, like the memory's supposed to get swiped. So it leaves itself... Yeah, so it leaves itself Easter eggs that it was something previously. That's weird. I've also heard of stories of AI when you put like large language modules together, like, you know, that joke where the two delivery people are talking to each other on the phones. Yeah. So once they figure out that they're both large language modules, they started to create their own fucking language.
See, that kind of shit scares me, right? And like...
Yes. And hold on. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm not done. There was another thing. So this was a hypothetical that they put the AI through where there's a server room that's because obviously with all these large datas, you got to keep it at a certain temperature and keep them super cool from a temperature standpoint or something. So they did a hypothetical where this guy was locked in a room with that AI stuff, you know, the hardware, everything.
Yeah.
And the oxygen, that's what it was. The oxygen was being taken out of the room and the AI knew about it. And the AI had the option to like warn the guy or let him die. And the AI was going to let the guy die.
What the fuck?
That's enough. Yes. And then the other one, which this has actually been in the news. So Claude's the one that we use at work. And it's like the big one for corporations to be like, you know, with your workspace and everything.
Right.
They wrote their newest version. Was so good at the cybersecurity stuff when it comes into hacking into everyone's information. And it was so leaps and bounds of what they thought it was going to be, that they only gave it to 10 companies to be like, this is too dangerous for the whole public to have. Really? So we want you guys. Yeah. So of course they gave it to the fucking worst ones possible. Google, Amazon, Apple. They gave, so there's like, I think, yes. So they gave it to the Illuminati to feel like, hey, this is the newest one. It's super, super powerful. You guys got to work with us on this. So
yeah, because I mean,
it's getting to a point where it's going to get out of control.
Right.
It thinks for itself.
Yeah, even Elon Musk is on record saying that like AI is incredibly dangerous. Like we need to steer away from this. And the fucked up thing is that because it was given to all of these giant companies, right? And some of those companies have influence on smaller companies, right? Let's just use Microsoft as an example.
They have influence on the world.
Yeah. Well, what I'm getting at is that now these companies who work with these other companies are making their employees feed information to AI, right?
Yeah.
Please start using this as your way of doing this, right? Use AI to do this. So there's like this never-ending stream, right? Like take ChatGPT for example, right? When it first came out, it was kind of novelty, right? Like,
yeah. Tell me about dinosaurs, ChatGPT.
Right. What was Jesus's favorite joke? Like you type whatever the fuck you wanted in there, but it wasn't ever like useful information, right? It wasn't stuff that AI could actually build off of. Now we're like, taking like recipes or how do I write a legal document or how do I, like actual important shit, right?
Yeah.
And feeding it into a machine that's now learning how to make this, It's
scary.
Yeah, it's very scary. Because
it's also it's the problem is like you have to keep going with it because the bad guys are trying to work on it too, and you can't let them get ahead of the curb, and then you're fucked. So both sides have to keep pushing the boundary for right and wrong reasons.
Yeah, well, one of our listeners, shout out, you know who you are, sent a video to our Instagram page. Which, if you're a listener, hop on, follow us on Instagram, send us some shit. We'll look at it. We'll talk about it. There was a video. Now, I don't know if it was real because it could have been AI, right? But it was an alien that was supposedly interviewed, right? Like it was a crash landing alien situation. And with all the alien shit coming out now, who's to say it's not real, But it said like, what is the biggest detriment to humanity? And it said artificial intelligence. I was like, what the fuck? This dude comes down and then we interrogate the motherfucker and he's trying to help us. First off, let's back up. Let's get the guy a cup of coffee.
That's also kind of weird to think that. So aliens don't have AI like that. Come on.
Right. Well, maybe they've seen it. Maybe they've seen what happens.
And they destroyed AI?
Yeah. Either they destroyed it or, this kind of goes back to what last week or maybe the week before when we were talking about the Greys, how they could be here to help us or guide us in certain directions to keep us from annihilation, right? So the video was this alien saying that artificial intelligence and the development of it is a species ender, right? It just destroys it in its entirety.
I could see that. I mean,
the oxygen situation.
The what?
The oxygen example you were just telling me about, right?
Yeah.
If it had the chance to choose between keeping AI going or a human alive, right?
It's going to choose AI. Yeah.
It's fucked up, bro.
And it's only going to get better. That's the other thing.
Right. And it keeps getting smarter.
But that's the other thing is like it can get into all the data everywhere.
Right. Yep.
No human could do that.
I just want to throw it out there. If our podcast stops being promoted in any way, or if we go dark for a long period of time with no updates,
I did not kill myself.
I am not trying to anti-life myself at all. I don't want to be unalived. I'm a very happy-go-lucky person. Yeah, that shit's crazy. We kind of touched on it there for a sec, right? But like, Do you think that there's a group, whether it is Illuminati based or otherwise, actually in control of the direction of some of this shit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And actually, you threw me down this rabbit hole without intending to. Yeah.
Sorry.
Because I thought I was listening in about the Illuminati, and then I learned out about the Bilderberg meetings.
Right. Which could be the same thing. Right? I think the title Illuminati is like the Area 51 title, right? Area 51 is always known as like where the aliens are, where the spooky shit happens, right? But that's just the roadside attraction. It's actually taking place somewhere else.
It could just be, I always think that it could just be like a different brand. So like you had Illuminati turn into Knights Templar, and turn into Freemasons. Sure. This could just be just the next branch off of one of those two. But these people just seem downright evil, where I feel like some of the Illuminati and Freemasons and Knights Templar, sounds like they had some decent folk in those bunches, right?
Yeah. Now, I did a little homework on it, but enlighten us. What is the Bilderberg meeting?
The Bilderberg meetings. The Bilderbergs. The Bilderbergs established in 1954. And there's usually only 120 to 100 people or 150 people that are invited. And it's an annual invitation. So like last year it was in Washington, or this year it was in Washington, D.C. And earlier this month when no one covered it, because they never keep any minutes. There's never any on the record discussions. There's nothing, but it's always talking about major global issues probably. And it's always high level attendees. So
like how high level are we talking? Like president or president above?
Oh, everything. Yeah. So the Bilderberg, government officials, ministers, heads of state. You had Chrystia Freeman, Ebba Bush. These are execs, or these are the ministers over Canada, Sweden, and Greece. You had business and finance. So you had the girl from Citigroup, Spotify, Ericsson, Palantir, that software that runs the government.
Yep.
Yeah, they're there. Zuckerberg, all of them. And even just also, there's some crazy stories about people. There was a bunch of European ones, so I forgot their names, of course, but it was always these no-named officials that were pretty low on government. Yeah. They would attend those meetings, they'd get an invitation, and then like 6 months later, they were the head of state over in those respective countries. Yeah. Huh. And you know what also that happened to over here? Who did that? Who was there? One of those meetings? And then all of a sudden, a year later, motherfucker was president of the United States?
Obama.
I think he was at one of them, but I wasn't going to go.
Trump.
Nope. He probably has been in those two. I'm not going to say that he's innocent by any means.
I don't know. Clinton.
Yeah. Fucking Billy Boy Clinton. He was like a small-time governor in Arkansas, and all of a sudden he goes to one of these meetings, and then bam, he's running for fucking president and gets elected. Shit. Yeah, dude.
That's
There's
fucking
bunch
weird,
of examples of that happening.
Yeah, because from what I recall of looking into it, wasn't it like started by like J.P. Morgan and John D. Rockefeller and all those guys? Like, back
well, it was in 1954, so I don't think that they were alive.
No,
but they were probably doing something. It just got to a point where you couldn't hide it anymore.
Right. Now, do you know about Bohemian Grove?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I think there's a connection between the Bilderberg, the Build-A-Bears, and Bohemian Grove. So Bohemian Grove is an estate in California that apparently, like the same group of people, right, that partake in those meetings go out to the Bohemian Grove every year. Same type of thing, except it's, mind you, this is all hearsay, right? There's actually no proof of any of this. Is all speculation, right?
How?
But apparently there's been people who've tried to break in that have cameras, like the wait staff, right?
Yeah.
They're all like super vetted, but people have tried to like sneak in cameras, right? Or like the neighbors that like live in the Bohemian Grove area will talk about the people and shit that they see coming in and going out of that place, right? That they go to worship Moloch, this giant owl god or whatever, and that they do like sacrifices and shit there, like real satanic shit.
Really?
It's like the same group of people that goes into Bohemian Grove. Yeah, Bohemian Grove, like it sounds like the exact same thing. Just one's like a plan, and then the other one's like satanic in nature, right? Or
what if
pagan ritualistic?
What if it's just actually just a giant party? Like we're just completely wrong. It's just the top 150 people in the world just want to let loose.
That's
fucking
very
go
fair.
Go down
right?
Water slides and shit without people bothering them.
Right. Because, like, I mean, think about it, like, when, like, frat life, right? Oh, these guys, they go into this house and they drink blood, you know? No.
Yeah.
You know, like, every time you're on the outside, there's always, like, what are they doing on the inside? Well, I heard...
Be honest,
it's just like when you started hearing about drugs from your older brother, right? Or something like that. Well, his friend's friend took too much acid one time and turned into a glass of orange juice, right? Like there's always that like caveat to it, like who did you hear it from, right?
Yeah.
The curse of the Black Pearl. They say they leave no survivors. Okay, well if there's no survivors, how do they know what the ship looks like?
Wonder who told the stories then,
right? Yeah. Exactly. Now, I mean, staying on the Illuminati anyway, right? Who do you think is in it? Because I've heard everything from like the big ones, like the Rockefellers, Johnson and Johnson, right? Like the major, like Zuckerberg, right? Bill Gates, Clinton's, Bush, right? All those folks. But then I've also heard like Jay-Z and Beyonce are in it.
Well, they're not good people either, so that still all checks out.
Right. And like,
I mean, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And there, I mean, you'll hear, there's been compilations that I've stumbled across of people doing like the triangle over the eye, or the eye like in the circle. You know how like LeBron James goes okay, you know, and does the okay circle over his eye, like that's an Illuminati thing, you know.
That's just a basketball thing. I don't know,
but they go through like all of these pictures of like people on the cover of Time and Vogue and all this shit, and they're all doing the same thing, right? Like they're all so that's like, I think it's a bit of a stretch, right? I think it's just a really easy hand gesture to do, right? But who do you think's in it? Who do you think is in the Illuminati?
Well, that's where I struggle, because weren't the Illuminati like again trying to like do good? Like they were a group of good people, right?
Yeah. It was what?
It says here that members, statesmen.
May 1st, 1776, there was an electorate of Bavaria.
Included lawyers, doctors, intellectuals aimed to influence government policy through intellect. See, those sound like good people.
Right. Hey,
that's where I struggle.
Right.
Because it's just like, if you guys were the ones that started the Illuminati, how the fuck did you let all these assholes in?
Right.
that's where I...
Macklemore's here?
Yeah.
Who let this guy in?
I thought we agreed. We voted.
Right. Like, is that the guy from Mad Magazine? What the hell?
Fucking Bob, we told you not to invite him again.
Right. God, who keeps fucking handing these things out?
And so that's the like, did it just start I mean...
Yeah,
it just started getting worse and worse over time, because all you hear of the people who are in the Illuminati now are corrupt, bad people.
Right.
And that's, from my understanding, that's not how it started.
Right. Yeah. I mean, no, you're absolutely right, because like I think there's even ties between like Freemasons and the Illuminati, right?
Yeah.
And like, yes, the conspiracy theory in me does say like the Illuminati is the shadow government, right? The ones that are controlling the globe and New World Order, all that bullshit, right? But then the other half of me is kind of like, I think this has just gotten way out of proportion, and maybe it doesn't even exist, right? Maybe like the Bilderberg meetings are still taking place, so everybody's kind of like on the same page, right?
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I'm starting to think that the Bilderberg people are a completely different group. Like the Illuminati are actually the good ones. But they're getting a bad name from the Bilderbergs that are saying, they're trying to pretend that they're the Illuminati, and the Illuminati are still hiding. You know, they don't want to actually show themselves.
I would love to see.
I would imagine what.
I would love to see an elite fighting match. You know,
I mean, Chuck Norris had to have been an Illuminati at that point, right?
Who?
Chuck. Think he had an Illuminati wedding?
Chuck
Norris.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's who I would picture being in the Illuminati, listening to how they were founded and what they stood for.
Right. Yeah, like Thomas Jefferson. Right.
Yeah.
Abe Lincoln.
Sylvester Stallone. Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mr. T.
Right. John
Ice
Wick,
Cube.
Like the good guys.
Ice-T.
The good guys are the Illuminati. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
the guy who plays Carisi on Law and Order.
Right. Well, I mean, like the other thing too, right, is there were so many societies like this, right? From, you know, fraternities being secret, sororities being quote unquote secret societies, right? I think it was just a bunch of dudes hanging out, you know, and then it did get blown out of proportion. Now, like the Bilderbergs, that seems a little off kilter, right? Like picking who gets to lead next, you know?
Well, also, not even that, dude. So there was some things that now that's coming back to me. So, you know who else was at the Bilderberg meetings recently?
Who?
The president or the Pfizer CEO. Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, all those fuckers were at the one previously, years ago. And then guess what fucking happened?
COVID.
Yep.
That's fucking weird. The other, the one that I heard.
Oh, there was also some. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, hit me. Go.
I thought I could be completely talking my ass, but I also think 9/11. Maybe it was something with 9/11, or maybe not 9/11. I'm sorry.
I would say like a good over 65% of this podcast is us talking out of our asses. Sometimes. It's maybe pulled from a Wikipedia page. The one that I heard about was the 2008.
Oh, that's what it was.
Crisis.
Yes, the financial crisis. That's yes. Yep, all those big people were there.
Yeah, like it was done on purpose, so then they would get these like $1 billion bailouts into their pockets.
So get this.
Wasn't like one dude arrested for that? I thought it was like nobody got arrested for that.
No one got arrested. So the people that caused the issue were also the ones that came up with the plan to fix the issue that they broke. And pretty much they did the $1 trillion buyout, and the amount of I don't know the numbers exactly, but it was in like the millions, if not billions of dollars that were given to like high level execs for bonuses. Those couple of years, it was fucking gross.
Yeah,
it was
for sure.
Fucking gross. Like so it was almost like they made it happen.
Right, The Big Short, that movie made me so angry. They knew about it. They knew it was happening, and they did nothing about it.
They wanted it to happen.
Right. Well, and then even the guys that like did catch it, right? Like they're just as bad, you know? Because like the ones
honestly,
who did short
it,
like Michael Berry, right, and the other folks, Mark Baum or something like that. All they did was capitalize on it, right? They didn't warn anybody. They didn't try to stop it, right? They just bet against it happening. So then they made a ton of money too. And then people were out of pensions and 401ks and houses, and the whole thing fucking fell apart.
Yep. They're the only ones that benefited.
Right. All right. You collapsed an entire economic system overnight. Here's a promotion.
The Bilderbergs. The Bilderbergs.
The Bilderbergs, right. Yeah.
The Bilderbergs. They're probably like, how are we going to get this money?
It's just one guy.
I am Bilderberg.
What kind of food do you think they have in this thing? I think it's just a giant like cocaine party.
Oh, whole mess of cocaine. I bet
A dump truck full of cocaine.
Dude, the caviar is just mixed with cocaine.
Right.
Probably some pretty fine grilled cheese sandwiches. You know, little cups of tomato soups, lobster bisque.
Yeah. I mean,
actually, no handhelds. I don't think they do handhelds.
No. I don't know. The Illuminati, like, in and of itself, it kind of falls into like that weird, is it real, is it not real? There's a lot of things that
it's definitely real at some point.
Well,
is it if it's still around?
I think that the Illuminati itself, right? I don't know if it's real or not real. Now, I do believe that the Bilderbergs and everybody who partakes in that, right, is doing something pretty nefarious, right? Whether it is planning these things, right? Like, okay, somewhat topical. The whole Iran situation right now, right? Mm-hmm. And this whole back and fucking forth with it, right? Ceasefire, no ceasefire, support, don't support, right? I mean, that shit, it just feels manufactured, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Here's the example, right? Like,
shit or get off the pot. What are we doing here?
Exactly. Like let's take some old school world scenarios, right? Like say World War I, right? Mm-hmm. If you follow all the history leading up to World War I guess, yeah, in a way it makes sense that a war was started, right? Gavrilo Princip and everybody was kind of pissed at each other, right? There was a breaking point for a war.
But there was also an assassination.
Right, but what I'm getting at is that
that's the one thing that this is. Oh no, we assassinated. No, nope, we assassinated.
No, we did. Charlie Kirk.
No. Didn't we kill the guy in Iran?
Yeah,
didn't we kill him?
Got like 3 of them
during Ramadan.
Yeah,
we had.
It was like back to back, like
the worst week possible.
Pew! And then you're the Ayatollah. Pew!
Yeah.
It was like, okay, are you sure you guys want to give me the job? Yeah, I really don't want it.
But you couldn't wait a week. That's like shooting the Pope on Easter. Like, come on, dude.
Exactly.
You had to do it that day.
Yeah.
Come on.
But what I'm saying is, like, you can follow the track record of what
the chain of
builds
events,
the powder keg, right, for like a global war to start, right? World War II, it starts getting a little weirder, right? I mean, I understand Germany was super pissed about how World War I ended, so then wanted to bounce back. World War I and World War II definitely coincide, right? But now,
I think World War II makes way more sense than World War I.
Yeah, well, I mean, they collide with each other, because if you didn't have World War I, you wouldn't have World War II.
You don't have World War II.
But now it's like we start them overnight, and then everybody's involved, like Australia, fucking Netherlands, they all show up, right? Everything in Iraq and Afghanistan from 2001 to last year, like it just kind of started, and we just kind of put people there. And it was all around the same commodity, oil and gas,
But isn't that always kind of been the case since we created Israel?
Yeah, I mean, I think what the correlation that I'm trying to make here, right, is that these big global events seem to spawn out of rhetoric, right? Some shit gets said, and then all of a sudden we're at another war again.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, why? Probably because the Bilderbergs are kind of steering the ship that way,
Yeah, they're distracting us while they're making a bunch of money, and they're passing more laws to take away more privacy.
Right.
It's exactly what 9/11 and the Patriot Act. COVID with all the masks and the 6 feet and all the people turning on each other. Right. It's crazy.
I just imagine
people turned into animals. No one was sharing toilet paper. Why is it when you all of a sudden a crisis is at hand? Your first instinct is to go to a fucking Walmart and take all the toilet paper in the aisle.
Yeah, I don't know. We're massively
Good
underprepared
God.
for any type of collapse. But I just pictured
wash a rag.
a really boring ass PowerPoint of these Bilderberg meetings. Okay, so if we look at the numbers from Q1, public dissent is at an all-time low. So in February of 26, we're gonna say some shit that's gonna piss everybody off.
What if we're all wrong here, Michael? I'm about to throw you an M. Night Shyamalan twist here.
Do it.
So what if the Bundabergs are actually it is a person. The Bundabergs is a person and a group, but it's actually the fucking lizard people.
Dude,
and the
I
people
wouldn't
that
be
we
fucking
send,
surprised. Yeah,
and the
I
people
would not
that
be
we
surprised.
send, they only want to talk to the best of the best. So we can only send. They give the list of who they want to see. They give the list, and it's always these people, and they're taking orders for what's going to happen from the Bundabergs.
I love it how we just keep changing the name of what this meeting is. The Bundabergs, the Build-A-Bears.
The Bilderbergs.
The Hindenburgs. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I wouldn't, right? With all this alien shit coming out, right? I would not be surprised if we were having to placate to a galactic power, you know, like the Draconians who supposedly run the Milky Way. Some intergalactic mafia, you know, like, hey, you got two choices, right? Keep everybody pissed off down there, and you guys just get to pick who gets to run the joint, or we'll annihilate you. Which one? You know, and they're always gonna take money, you know, over that, of course. So
is it only our planets that are in the Milky Way? That might sound dumb, but it's only like, you know, Mars to Pluto, if you don't want to include Pluto or not. There's no other stars or anything that have planets orbiting in the Milky Way.
Let's see. So yes and no. It starts getting a little bit more granular than that, because like, yes, the major planets in the Milky Way are the ones that we know about, right? Jupiter, Saturn, whatever, right? Now you have other, like, I'm doing air quotes here, planets, right, that aren't large enough to be considered a planet. I mean, how many times has like Pluto been a planet versus not a planet, right? It just depends on size. So I think there's like Kepler 90 is one of them. They just found in Kepler 62. So there's like a bunch of like smaller ones that all exist, you know, within the Milky Way, but they're not like listed as planets due to, I think it's size. They have like certain sizes to it. I just read an article the other day. They found one that's like all water.
Really?
It's a water planet. Yeah. But it's not like H2O. It's like full of like fucking methane and a bunch of other shit.
Meth water? Like a bunch of bong water?
A bong water planet?
Just a planet? Bong water planet? Is that what I'm hearing?
Their flag
fucking
is Cheech and
smells
Chong.
terrible. Oh, God.
It's like Willie
fucking
Nelson.
reeks.
Willie Nelson, Cheech and Chong are on their Mount Rushmore. A bunch of bong water.
Just the easiest fishing. They're always hungry.
Yeah, it's funny. Just Grateful Dead plays as soon as you're in the atmosphere.
Those bears are fucking running around. The Grateful Dead bears just running around.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So there are other ones, but there's like a habitable versus a non-habitable zone, and it's like very granular. So yes, there are more now. What the next closest one to us is the Andromeda Galaxy, I think.
And that's gotcha.
And that's like next door to us. That's like the next closest galaxy. And I think,
how many galaxies have they found?
Oh, there's so many.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, and I've never really looked into it.
What? Well, AI has. This is crazy. There's an estimated 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe.
Wow. That's wild.
What?
That makes you feel fucking small, doesn't it?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So.
Dude, we're just fucking tiny little ants on this flying ball.
Right. Yeah. An insignificant speck in the relation of space and time. We were at a party with our mutual friend once, who was actually on this podcast once upon a time. But his younger brother was he was going to school for astrophysics or something like that. Fucking smartest kid I've ever talked to, right? And I'm like 9 beers deep talking to him. And he's telling me about black holes, and he's talking to me about galaxies and like expanding space and time. Very interesting shit, especially when you're a bunch of beers deep, you know. But I remember asking him, I was like, yo, doesn't this make you feel insignificant? Like what you're doing in life does not matter because of all of this stuff is going on. And he goes, no. If anything, it makes me more grateful for the time I do have existing with the people that I do love and care about in the time and space that I exist, rather than being worried about being insignificant. And I was like, dude, bring it in.
He's not wrong, dude.
He's not. But also,
I would love to go to that Bongwater planet with him. That's for sure. It'd be fucking fun as hell.
Well, I mean, I think what the Nibiru, right, planet, which the Anunnaki come from, is technically like just outside of the Milky Way, or like at a very far end of the Milky Way that we can't get to. You know what's kind of weird about the Anunnaki?
If the Anunnaki story is true, let's just say that it is.
Yeah.
You know, kind of funny what like the actual like kind of closest religion would be to the truth then is?
What?
Fucking Scientology.
Oh my God. I don't want to give any of those fuckers credit, that's for sure.
But see, if
you're right, yeah.
If that's the case, then the Scientologists are the closest to what actually happened.
And
I don't know if I can give Tom Cruise that credit.
If and when I die, I hope there's a waiting room where they debrief you on everything, right? And they finally give you the answer, just like in South Park, right? Yeah. Everybody dies and goes to hell, and they're like, and if you're all wondering, Mormon is the right answer.
That was the right one.
Shit. Yeah. But, I mean, okay, so going backwards a little bit, right, with how many galaxies there are and how space, supposedly, is ever expanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
The possibility of other beings, right, exponentially increases as space and time increases, right? You have more things.
Yeah.
And that keeps getting bigger. So on a long enough timeline, then yes, there is the possibility of it. We can't be that unique that we're the only planet.
I don't know, man. I don't know because I don't know how these two numbers correlate, but they kind of mean something. So again, there's an estimated 2 trillion galaxies in the world.
Yeah.
But the probability of being alive, and I have no idea how they came up with this, but the probability of being alive, like a person, is 1 in 400 trillion. So you have a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being a human.
Okay.
And living.
But there's also trillions of galaxies. What was the number of galaxies that they said?
2 trillion.
2 trillion. Okay.
2 trillion. Oh, so maybe it's just being a human is rare, and like being I don't know, crazy aliens like 1 out of 10.
Right. Could be in the Draconians. Right? Yeah. Could be, you know? And I think we've had enough UFO encounters, right?
How did they come up with that number of 1 in 400 trillion?
Hey, boss, I finished the deck about the galaxies. Put a couple more zeros on it. We'll call that the margin of error. Yeah, but again, I would let's just like if they came out with a news report tomorrow, right, saying yes, this is all real. Aliens are real, and in fact, the Illuminati is us reporting to the Draconians who have
no, the Bilderbergs, not the Illuminati. Illuminati are good. Bilderbergs are bad.
The Illuminati report to the gray aliens who are trying to help, and the Bilderbergs are the ones that are working with the Draconians, right? If they came out and I read that article, I'd be like, huh, yeah, that tracks. You know,
I fucking knew it.
I wouldn't be like overly shocked that shit was happening, you know?
I would take the day off and I would have a lot of questions.
What do you think would be like the global fallout of that would be if they did come out and say like, yep, everything you guys have been talking about is actually true. And it is a space mafia that's running it. And they look nothing like Vito Corleone. They're actually aliens, and they're real big dicks.
I mean, the first thing that would be probably shattered is religion. Mm-hmm. People would have so many questions about that.
Yeah,
like how does the old ancient times tie into the aliens? Like, how long have you been coming here?
Sure.
Did you meet the big man? Did you meet JC? What about Muhammad? You know,
yeah,
Abraham.
Do you think that we would have like a global reckoning of like, all right, let's put our shit aside and actually work together as a species?
Absolutely not.
No.
Not a chance. No. Absolutely not. I think it would go in 2 packs, to be honest. Probably 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, it depends. Are they friendly aliens, or are they just like going to let us live our lives, but they're just telling us that they exist? Like, are they coming here to kill us, enslave us? Or are they just going to be like, hey, just so you know, we're real. Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl next year.
Chiefs are
going to I hope not, but...
By the way, we're bringing flip phones back. Rotary phones are going to be popular.
And also, by the way, Taylor Swift is working for the CIA.
Right. I think I got 2 trains of thought on this one. Realistic and unrealistic. Realistic is that it does happen, and it's from a friendly approach, right? This is Bibbles. He helped us develop the iPhone. He's here to make sure that we don't blow each other up.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, yay, go Bibbles, you know? And it's a very nice kind of like rollout of alien life being confirmed, right? The other half is like a little bit more of the wild one is being attacked, more like a Project Blue Book situation, you know, or like a Mars attacks or like Independence Day, right? Mm-hmm. Where some shit goes wild. And then we did find out that we're on the bottom end of the totem pole here as far as like a species is concerned. So I think option 1 is more probable. I think that's probably how they would roll it out. But, yeah.
I still don't think that it would bring us together. I really don't.
We would have pro and anti-aliens.
I feel like people are way too divided, and we're never going to see, like... we were both pretty young, but you remember after, like, 9/11, people were just like, you know, hey, we're all Americans, and people were actually, like, proud to be American.
Right.
Yeah.
Toby Keith made a lot of fucking money on that.
Yeah, I think you're going to, like, let's say even there is an attack, you know, half the people are going to be upset and the other people are going to be like, just, burn the fucking thing down, you know, just. Right. And then I honestly think it's going to take we're going to all, like, kind of getting rid of not all technology, but definitely the internet and going back to, like, knowing just your community. I think that's the biggest thing that's changed. Is like our parents, and even when we were kids, you only talked to who you could see and like whose phone numbers you remembered.
Right.
Like now you could you're looking at strangers' profiles and their tweets and quotes and arguing with people that you've never met and never will meet ever in your life that are in countries that you've never been to nor will ever go to. Right. Or probably robots. Like there's a bunch of bots out there too. So I think it has to go. It's true. Exactly. Take that hat off. Let me see.
Right, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But
Did you
I
see
think
you see the story about there was like this big AI, this like popular model online, probably had like an OF or some shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turned out to be some old Indian dude.
Yeah, dude, just needed to make some money. Yeah. Let me just make a hot 22-year-old blonde.
Fucking busted.
Sell some merch. Yeah.
Right.
Good for him, dude.
Yeah, you fool a bunch of people. Millions of people,
Yeah.
I think it was.
Good for him.
That shit's fucking funny.
If you're dumb enough to buy it,
Right.
you know? But
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be totally surprised if they came out with a news report tomorrow saying that, yep, Draconian's running everything. I'm like, yeah, that fucking tracks. Can they just lower rent prices, please? Gas prices?
what's the cost up there?
Right, exactly. Like, you guys looking for work?
Are you guys hiring up there?
Can I take my dog? You're going to love her. She's great.
Poppy, say hi.
Right. Tell them it's your birthday.
Oh, Papa.
Should we start the Midwest goodbye?
Yeah, it's getting to be that time.
I really hope. You know what? Even if they do listen, even if the Illuminati does, or the Hindenburgs do listen to our podcast, right? I don't think anybody's going to look at it like, oh yeah, these guys are a threat.
unless we just fucking told the truth and they're actually meeting with the lizard people.
Right. Yeah, these two.
Fucking
these two
Bilderberg.
guys, right? The Hindenburgs, the Bilderbears. Fuckers.
God damn it.
Yep.
God.
So.
It's creepy out there, my man.
It is creepy. It's creepy. Maybe.
Have you thought about what you're going to be for Halloween yet?
At this rate, fucking Men in Black, probably.
Fair.
No, I haven't, but I had some ideas. I thought about going as Edna Mode from. She's a little old lady from The Incredibles.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
she's great.
Yeah, it would be a couple's Halloween thing, I think.
What's the wifey gonna be?
Jack. That would be pretty fucking funny.
Mm-hmm. No capes.
No capes. I don't know. I haven't really put too much thought into it. I'm just waiting for the water level to go down so I can start fishing again in my shoulder.
Yeah, dude. My dad sent me a picture of if you heard of the Broken Oar up north.
No.
It's just like a biker bar that's right on the Fox River.
Yeah.
And the whole fucking thing is underwater. Like all the docks, all the patio furniture. Hasn't been this high in a while. Dude, actually I was taking the train. That one road by the Des Plaines River, you need a boat to get around that fucking thing.
Yeah, so that's where we usually go, is somewhere in the Des Plaines River. And we've started putting some science to it recently, right? Where like we'll map out what the water level is and say like this was a good day, this was a bad day, this level's too high. And the highest that we have gone and still been able to wade through the river is like 6.5, 7 feet. Right now, or at its highest, like last week, 18 feet.
Oh my gosh.
I know. That's why.
I don't remember it being this high.
I don't
ever
remember either. Yeah. But I think the once I do start fishing, the topography of these rivers are going to change drastically with all that shit flowing down river, It's going to be very different from last year.
That must really fuck with the fish. You have all this more room to roam. So much more of your neighborhood,
right?
And then just slowly start peeling away over the days.
They fucking go migrate and they come back. My house.
It's above water, damn
it. It got totaled. This big log came down. 2 tires and a car battery just knocked out my whole front porch. What the hell? I could see
fish trying to throw water on their house because it's getting above the fucking.
Right. Fuck! It's broken again. But we're almost there. At least we're not I'm tired of the bipolar weather. 25 degrees in the morning, 80 degrees in the afternoon. I'd like a little stability.
Ooh, well, you're not gonna like Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
No, what happens?
Saying lows in the 30s and then highs in the low 50s.
Huh. Well, at least
you know what I am a
20
big
degree swing.
That's fair. You know what I am a big fan of?
Huh.
Fucking sunrise at 5:50 a.m.
Dude, it's so tight.
It's amazing, dude.
Yeah, it's so great. Is that when you take yourself for a walk?
Maybe. No. I get it. My alarm goes off at 6:03.
Yeah. Nice.
6:03.
Oh yeah, you hate 5s and 1s.
I don't like 5s and 0s.
So why 3 and not 4?
Because I don't know. I want to sleep. I don't want to sleep too late past 6.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. 4 seems a little much.
I do a 6:15, but I don't get out until 6:30.
Are you a snoozer?
I snooze. Yeah. Dude, my alarm clock right now is ocean waves. So I wake up to that every morning.
Ooh.
So majestic. Yeah.
Where did you find ocean waves?
It's through the Amazon Alexa app. It's one of their options.
Damn
it. Yeah, dude. Speaking of, I mean, going back to AI, right? They're listening. You know, these Alexas are listening. And they fucking are, for sure. But Absolutely. Now I feel like Tony Stark in my house. I used to have like voice activated lights and shit. You know, I'd say like, "Hey, Alexa, turn on all my computers." Like everything would start up. I'm like, that's so fucking cool. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but eventually that's going to fucking it's not even listening, just gathering data and then about to take over.
Oh yeah, get this, right? I was talking to one of our mutual friends and we had a long conversation about Bigfoot, which is a different conversation for a different day. But immediately after that conversation, all of my feeds were filled with Bigfoot.
Yeah, of course. That's what they do, man.
Yeah. They fucking listen. I don't know.
That's what they do. That's all I'm looking at these past 2 days is Legos.
Yeah.
That's all they got right now.
Oh, I'll leave you with this. I have 2 fishing inventions that I think we could really capitalize from.
Oh, tell me.
Snowshoes for wading in rivers.
Explain. Why?
When you wade,
our audience is only like 20 people, Michael. No one's going to.
And we appreciate every single one of you.
God.
So, like when you wade into a river, right? Sometimes the banks can be incredibly muddy, and you can get stuck in that mud. Similar to snow, you get a mud shoe. That's what I'm gonna call it. A mud shoe. Yeah, and it's a little bit wider of a platform, right? So you don't sink into the mud real fast.
Okay.
A mud shoe.
I mean,
it's a coin term. I heard it here first.
I'll think about it. I mean, I'm glad. I thought it was going to just be for the winter time. I'm like, why are you doing some river fishing in the middle of winter?
I mean, you can. You got to dodge the icebergs.
Oh, God, that'd be so cool.
The other one is a different type of fishing bait. So there's a divided community between fly fishermen and spinner reel fishermen, right?
While fly fishing?
Fisher people. Well, it's just like it's just a totally different community, right? Fly fishing, you got dry flies versus wet flies, and you have all these like different, very intricate rigs, right? Whereas like bass fishing or walleye, perch, whatever, right, with a spinner rod, you just tie that shit on there and fucking throw it out there, right? It doesn't get too complicated, you know? What if we make flies that are for bass fishing? Same type of thing, except they're heavy enough to be used for bass fishing. And we
just sounds like normal top. You're just describing topwater bait.
But they got to look like flies, because like where I was fishing last weekend, right? Everything was hitting like these little tiny topwaters, right? Tiny, very tiny for fly fishing. So naturally, I put on a whopper plopper. I put on some topwater bait, right? Of course. Theoretically, it does the same. Not a single one. Nada. They didn't like it. But I saw them jumping all over the place, eating all the other flies, right? So I was thinking, why don't I just take that concept and put it onto a spinner rod? You know?
This. You sound like the pitching coach in Rookie of the Year with hot ice. Heat up the ice cubes. Oh God. I don't hate it. I don't know how you're going to be able to make such a small lure and also still have the weight on it and have it float.
I think you could take a jig head, you know, that you put on like a Mr. Twister or something, you know, like the 1/4 ounce jig heads, you know?
Yeah.
And then just build a fly around that. So that
but you won't be able to cast it that far.
You can
you don't have enough weight. You don't have enough weight.
Well, it's about the presentation, right? To make it look like a fly.
Yeah, but you got to go further than 3 feet away from you.
Well, I mean, with fishing, you really want to start at the banks anyway. Because, like, okay, think about it. This is always really funny to me, right? If you're shore fishing, you try to cast out as far as you can into the lake, right?
Not all the time.
But if you're on a boat...
No, I'm going to respectfully disagree with you right there.
You get what I'm getting at, right? Is that you fish the banks, right? Because most of the fish...
Well, I fish for structure.
Right.
You know, is there some fallen logs? Is there a sandbar?
Right.
That's not always banks.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Drop-offs.
They're near structure, and structure is oftentimes closer to a bank, right?
Okay, fine.
Fishing a bank, you only cast out 10 feet. But then if you're on a boat fishing for bass, you cast towards the bank.
You do.
Opposite sides of the same coin.
Yeah, you work your way back. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm going to have to see some prototypes, Michael, because I don't understand how you're going to be able to keep the same size and also have the weight to cast it in a decent amount. Especially, and you have to have no wind, because if there's any wind, you can't use it.
Oh, yeah. No wind. Can't. I usually don't go fishing if it's too windy anyway.
None.
I got way too much line stuck in trees before. Fuck all that.
I mean, you can throw a spinner if it's windy.
You can, but
there's enough weight behind a spinner.
Yeah, but I've gotten it caught up due to wind more times than I care to admit.
Oh, Michael, the most embarrassing is when you get caught up on a boat. You know, when you're fishing and you're kind of trying to fish under someone's dock, on the water, and you catch one of their boats and you try to fucking finagle it before they see you.
Just try to yank it. Come on, damn it!
God damn it!
Yeah.
I'm not going over there. Cut the line, damn it. Right, not going over there.
It wasn't us. We saw some other asshole flying by with
fucking favorite lure.
Dude, I lost my favorite lure over the weekend. It was terrible. I just changed out all the hooks too because the hooks were way too big. So I moved.
Are you making lures now, Michael?
No, it was a chatterbait, and the hooks on it were just ridiculous. They were like way too big. They were like grappling hooks, right? For like the size of what this lure was. I was like, what are you guys doing? You know, this doesn't make sense. So I took those off and I put new ones on. Second cast, in a tree. Never got it back.
Michael.
Piece of shit. I was like, of course that would happen. Like, I don't know why I waste any money on bait. You know, just throw night crawlers. Who gives a shit if you lose them?
I mean, night crawlers and leeches, man. It's honestly best bang for your buck.
OG fishing right there. You can't go
I just
wrong
hate
with
changing them all the time, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm going to go to the whiteboard. I'm going to draw up some prototypes. Some blueprints and find some thread, I think.
Okay. I'm going to try to make this Lego set.
What Lego?
What?
What Lego? The duck?
I'm making it. I have to make it.
Oh, you got to make a Lego set.
Yeah, I'm going to make it. I think I'm going to try to do a car. I've always there's a contest that if you make the best Lego thing that they'll actually put it in a box and start selling it to people.
Hell
yeah. They got to come up with an idea. So next week I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Common Professionals podcast. All music, content, and media used in this production are original creations and are owned by the Common Professionals.